political spectrum is fundamentally flawed. The political spectrum is deeply flawed, contradictory, unscientific, and incapable of accurately describing how people actually think. It reduces complex human beliefs into artificial categories that do more harm than good. Inconsistency in classification. The spectrum routinely groups people together who share no real common ground. For instance, one person might be pro-choice, yet advocate for strict immigration control, while another is pro-life, but supports open borders. Both of these individuals could be labeled as centrist, despite having fundamentally opposing values. This occurs because views such as support for immigration control and opposition to abortion are typically categorized as right-leaning, while support for open borders and abortion rights are viewed as left-leaning. When these contrasting positions are combined within a single individual, the political spectrum designates them as centrist, even though there is no coherent ideological alignment between the views themselves. This kind of classification defeats the very purpose of categorizing people according to their political views. Promotion of groupthink. The political spectrum doesn't just misrepresent people, it also encourages groupthink. It pushes individuals to identify with one side or another, making them feel loyal to a team rather than to the truth. Once that identity takes hold, people start to think alike on a wide range of topics, not because they've reasoned things out, but because the spectrum tells them they're supposed to. Fluidity of authoritarianism. Even attempts to fix the spectrum by adding dimensions like authoritarianism or libertarianism don't solve the problem. People's attitudes toward authority are often fluid and circumstantial. What one group calls authoritarian today, they might support tomorrow if their own leader is the one in power. These constant shifts make it impossible for a static spectrum to accurately capture human political behavior. Disagreements on policy implementation. Even when people agree on general policies, they can still differ dramatically in how they want to carry them out. Two people might both support a 20% tax rate, yet one might prefer it as an income tax, while another favors an estate tax. The political spectrum ignores these crucial distinctions, lumping everyone together as though they think alike, when in reality, they don't. Cultural development over innate beliefs. Beliefs perceived as right or left did not arise from any natural or inherent classification. They developed within specific cultural and historical contexts. Over time, societies arbitrarily linked individual beliefs with other beliefs. The result is a patchwork of associations that the spectrum pretends are coherent when they are anything but. The political spectrum remains an outdated framework that oversimplifies human thought, fosters conformity, and distorts how we understand political and social reality. It should be abandoned in favor of a more nuanced and multi-dimensional approach to analyzing ideas, one that respects the complexity and individuality of human belief systems.